Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And if you are watching this, you are blessed. You are highly favored. You are loved. You are needed. You are wanted in this world. Don't give up. Don't give in. Be encouraged. Stay encouraged. Jesus loves you, and I do too. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So, I caught a glimpse of Thomas Fury and Jake Paul's presser. And I must say that it is so hard for me to take Jake Paul serious in the sport of boxing, and this is no slight to him. Just because he plays so much, like he play all day, like he's funny, he's a damn comedian, you know what I'm saying? And I can't take him serious, But here's what I found interesting. Because Thomas Fury, he doesn't have the gift of gab like Tyson Fury does. Tyson Fury know how to call names, and he know how to harass, and he know how to get up under your skin. But Thomas Fury, you could tell, is more of a laid back guy. And so you just, during the press of the whole time, you just hear Tyson Fury in the back, just like trying to keep it upbeat when it comes to Thomas, because he's just so laid back. So allegedly there's a contract that needs to be signed stating that if Thomas loses, he gives his purse to Jake Paul. And my thing is, what is this? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I watching? What? Like, you get there and risk your life, and if you lose, to just give everything you make to the next person, to the person who beat you? Like, I don't like stuff like that. It just takes away from the sport to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'm not taking that fight serious. I'm not going to watch that. I just little stuff like that, and I watch their little face-off conversation, and I just can't take it serious. I tried, but I can't. I knew I wouldn't be able to anyway. So moving on, we got a fight. Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis will be fighting. And so I guess I'll give my opinion on who I feel like will win. When it comes to doubts, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Tank Davis beats Ryan Garcia. There's not a doubt in my mind when I think about that. However, when I think about Ryan Garcia, there is a doubt in my mind whether he can beat Tank, though. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, Ryan Garcia has the height. He is somewhat fast. He does have a mean left hit left like arm hook or whatever you call it. And that's about it. Like, I just don't see him getting past Tank. I see it going all around though, but Tank has more experience in the ring. Tank has the higher boxing IQ. Tank is a knockout artist. Tank has an intimidating factor that I feel like will get to Ryan Garcia, that alone. So those are the things I think about when I think about, and everybody's saying this fight is 50-50, and I get it. I understand. These guys know more about the X's and O's of boxing than me. I get it. But when I think about it, if I just have to make a decision, right, I'm making a fight, like, I'm giving a fight 60-40, 60%, Tank win, 40% chance Ryan Garcia win. You know what I'm saying? There's just not a doubt in my mind that Tank beats Ryan Garcia. I know he does. That's how I feel about it. As far as if I had to just choose, you get what I'm saying? But when I think about Ryan Garcia beating Tank, there is some doubt there. You see what I'm saying? example of it being 50-50 for me, if I had to say a fight was 50-50, it would be like, of course, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. There is not a doubt in my mind that Errol beats Terrence Crawford. There is none. And there is no doubt in my mind that Terrence Crawford beats the Errol Spence. When I think about it and I try to think about it and I go back and watch their fights, and it's, you know, when they have fought some of the same fighters, I'm just like, yeah, it's just not a doubt in my mind that either one can beat either one. You see what I'm saying? That's a 50-50 fight to me, because when I think about it, there's no doubt in either party. And I don't have a horse in a race. I don't have a, you know, a dog in a race, you know, or none of that. You know, that's just how I feel about it. So going back to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, like I've been saying, I'm not excited about this fight. I'm just not. It's just, I'd rather see Tank Davis and Pitbull Cruz too than to see Ryan Garcia. I know everybody like, you tripping, man, you tripping. I know. I won't know how I feel about this fight, put it like this, until I see the first presser. The presser will tell me everything that I need to know, and maybe I'll come back and change some things, you know, when I reevaluate some things, when I really get to see them together. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll just do it like that. Also, it looks like America is just done just with listening to a lot of the, you know, a lot of the vloggers and a lot of the YouTube channels, boxing channels. You know, it just looks like in America, boxing is just done. You know what I'm saying? The UK and Saudi Arabia is about that action. You know, they not playing no games. Even the prince over there in Saudi Arabia said, listen, we look forward to making all the best fights. You know, we got the money over here. We don't have no problem with paying these fighters over here. Like, at that presser, you know what I'm saying, for Jake Paul and Thomas Tyson, whatever his name is, like, they're not playing over there. The UK either. They've seen where America has dropped the ball in the sport, and they're picking the ball up and they running with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach Malachi say, and a few other people with sense, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to be prepared, us Americans, that if we want to go see some fights in person, especially some of the biggest ones, we'll have to be prepared to go to Saudi Arabia and in the UK to see them. It just is what it is, because America is just has played so many games. Jake Paul's manager was just like, we tried to make this fight in America for 2 years and we couldn't do it. Like, what? In the land of the free? You couldn't get the money. And then you had Mike Tyson and the fighters saying how these managers and these promoters are, before before the fighters get the money, they funneling the money through the promoters and the managers first, and then the fighters get the money. The fighters say all that money he made, he only got $30,000. He was like, that's laughable. Like, it's sad what America has come to when it comes to, like, you know, this sport. As far as, well, not America, American promotional companies and things like that, you know? So, I mean, that's all I got for y'all. I ain't got nothing else. I mean, I tried to let some things happen, you know, so I have something, because really I don't want to talk about none of these subjects. I'm just forcing it so that I can stay active and practice. Practice makes perfect in my speech and everything, and my delivery and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's allegedly a date in June for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Do I think it's real? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Blue Blood. Shout out my guy Blue Blood over there. Blue Blood said he called the Spectrum or whatever to see was it real. And he said the people at Spectrum told him, and he called, Blue Blood said he called and said that, listen, he's a consumer, you know, he would be looking to watch this fight. He says, that date real or what? And he said the representatives there, after an hour of him waiting on the phone, and when he finally got somebody on the phone, the representative told them that they stand by their brand, and that as far as he knows, when he himself made some phone calls or did some looking up, you go on Blue Blood channel and see that it's a real date. They haven't heard anything. that as far as he knows is real, and as a representative of the company, he stands by that. And then Blue Blood invited us, the people who watched his video, to call ourselves and see. Now, I'm not fixing to do that. I mean, listen, I'm not finna do all that, but shout out to Boy Blue for doing it. I just feel like if we turn our back on that fight and turn our, not on the fighters, but just on that fight and all the politics and all the hating that Terrence Crawford people do against Errol, and Errol do against Terrence Crawford, that like the people, meaning the supporters of each boxer, if we turn our back on it and just don't give it no energy and no attention, the fight will happen like that. But we have to completely turn our back on it and say, we ain't finna be dwelling on that or worrying about that in order for it. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta ignore things to make it, to draw it to you, you know what I'm saying, and not give it any attention, you know. And that's all I got for y'all. All right, I will tell you to like, comment, and subscribe, but if you wanted to, you would. More grace.